at my address like you can appreciate. And this is really a terrible stormy day. Suddenly the clear fact of weird sounds also at the atmosphere because of the capsular states of nitrogenic at the difference of temperature for geologically through the rain at the lightnings all around making a very electronic sound like cyberized at the atmosphere, and there were no crafts all around here. As about we went through certain other things around the stone, just the same that only for the briefing like the one I wanted I to do. There were this engineering or architecture work at the neighborhood yesterday, and seems like working with a very there is construction machinery, some digger, some mechanic, heavy digger has broken a very masters of gas fitting nets over the urban. Suddenly there were a very scandal, I'm sorry for this, there is worrying of course, but the problem is that certain other things seems not being worrying, which is the importance of course. But suddenly the reality of this all is like my sister just noticed me while I were talking to her through the phone, and all through the moment, which were for about 2 hours and a half, nobody in this cut them down except for some that were trying to protect themselves. And the supposed institutions, abominable land, PEKHZ, and supposed expertises, no one noticed about no risk capacity or ambient affection and effect over risk for any class of worse condition like that. So suddenly in the middle of this all, I were talking to my sister and I told her, oh yes, well, the reality is that they are being moved from the neighborhood away from them houses for the reason of the risk. So convergentially, the methane, which is the gas that we use here, not butane, which is heavier, butane is worse, has a dilution of 10 deciliters each cubic meter of air, associating with pollution over diesel combustion product, which is sulfur, DMT, FPR, and MC, rare gases, with dioxide and monoxide of carbon, and also humidity makes capsular state on methane. And the convergential realities for houses whenever you capsule inside a room. Inside of a room, you put this dilution of 10 deciliters gas each cubic meter, and it's convergentially explosive, and it's risk. So suddenly it said, oh no, combustion. Gas is combustion already, you catch major risk, convergential. And oh, I took first. And catastrophe called planifying civil engineering and biology of the city of Buenos Aires, like this country. No one ever had no responsible for actualizing what were happening all through. And noticing the ones that were working, that there were a master gas pipe for nets, urban nets fitting. So catastrophe is the plans for what is the fort called here, over the engineering as the structure for the city as were built. And suddenly wanted to murder the engineer and trying to arranging some coins to any other around and saying, oh, nothing happened, it's all okay, like naturally here. It's every day. Okay, gutless effort is found Sefahim and cutting my networks and trying to put in something which won't work. And making the chat for, oh, we done first, and the video is fun to us, of course. And keeps on the same circus of prostitutes and the generators all around. And it's exactly this. And Farma Reventado de Género de Tierra. And all saying, oh, because of race against the Argentinian, I'm going to race against your disgusting, abominable existence. Argentinita degeneradita, and I'm going to show you what it means to respect and the orders when you dinero. And I'm going to take from your Argentinita rentadita degeneradita the whole that you ill and the whole that you destroy, and I am not going to groping nobody with this, and this is not a market for mine. I'm going to take the victims and innocents, and I'm going to show them respect and order, and you, perra enferma degenerada, vas a morir con lo que te mereces. So 7 in the middle of the soul, yesterday we're having all the things, and sorry the words and violence again. And those classes of things were like, Blechtichida, Planos Blechta, Hama Blechti, Spotin. So 70 were the reality of Shulei Shoya. Started to making generic evangelics and more than their Piñeiro, with Cuerpo Médico Forense again, with an opportunistic organized by Policía Federal Argentina with them, and penitentiary, saying that they would put the specialized and also the criminality, they said, scientific belief, further making the studies. So yesterday, happened to about last month, and started to saying that I am medicated, that I cannot drink wine, and I am an alcoholic because of I drunk 1 cup of red wine for Pesach one night, and at the next morning another, and that would mean coming out drunk. And that would mean alcoholic. And I would do often and all day long this. With a fantasizing of a woman that thinks like, I'm going to become this way, which doesn't understand another thing, and not even know who I am, and not even know what it means to be with. Abducted, ill, destroy it, and ruin, manipulate it, and deliver it forth. Choose the element for the making of harms to me and to others, which I were trying to put her out, and every time murders people around because of PEKHZ. That's that insurance for the powers of the fathers, Pppardon and fathers. So suddenly yesterday, before I come out, I just taken. And I went out with this, thinking that I would do. So I said, oh my God, yes, please. Just breathe. Silent the sack with oil. It's a little bit destroyed now, I'm sorry. I just crushed it in the backpack. Not good. I'm going to have to change. And just taken for the making outside in some place which it were better not to for what were happening all around. So suddenly I remain with in the middle of this all, whatever this. I didn't do it, so may I do today and que nosotros ahorita, que nosotros matados. And saying that I had to be internated because if I wouldn't risk and desperate to make me know everybody, he's drunk, and he's a junkie, and he's considered drugs, and he's dead. Which never happened, like the rest of them. Porn assembled to present it in front of Harim, to present it in front of Anya, to present it in front of other, and attacking them because of they realize this ain't not true. And we have them all but 3, which, thank God, we can work. And so in the middle of the soul, I was sleeping here, and I just were doing what normally naturally me. My life as trying to care, heal, saving, and the best ever to get, and the whole night making witchcraft, maricas, Sodom y Gomorra, y Parra, Kirchners, and civils, and peronistas, and tribunales, SAME, Borda, Villar Piñeiro, Forenses, PEKHZ, and all maricas, general pedófilo, general asociados over the world. So what the truth of this just came through this night of nightmares with a very recurrent, weird, manipulated dream for the reason of all the times, where evangelics were all in place for they to try to produce in graves and sacrificial. Saying all because of he dreamed it, that I will ever have dreams which significantly will mean Alejandro will ever keep a prophecy. So sadly, were not you, were me. And sadly, you didn't dream and you didn't say first nothing. And praying cannot identify and giving the, and no piece of degenerado of it. Give no class of no los hijos del infierno, with the pardon of the innocents and victims, and I'm sorry, people, justice twice, your honors, Israel, Mr. President, I'm sorry. To be clear, when I take a breakfast, forgive me the interruptions for it. I should simply just make the video and that's it. You know, well, through this and while, we're happening that de generación enferma, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, y de generación enferma, creídos de presidencia y gobierno argentino, after I just had a moment the day before and saying out loud, trying to link on Bluetooth and trying to put in and switching Penny B Android produced by PEKHZ Argentina, Policía Federal Argentina, are specialized in making criminal degenerations and abominations, and that's their business, and that's what they work with. Crime, degenerations, abominations, and sickness. Further that, all that really tramply, denigratingly miserable reality of life, then business, and that's what they work. I thought at first it's fine. So suddenly I went around the situation that prostituta, genocida, judicida, Cristina Kirchner, we did prostitutos y pedófilos, genocidas, judicidas, oficialismo, criminales degenerados de cuarta, delincuentes de cuarta organizados, perritas delirantes atrofiadas. Telling that, all right, they couldn't sing, they couldn't do it. All right, but if he wants me to recognize, he gotta come in front of us and sing it to us and show that he's real. I'm going to tell you one thing. Went to hitting and kidnapping and attacking Hebraica, Argentina, which is a very cultural Jewish community's place in Buenos Aires, which were permanently at the besieging and the haze of the reality of the others of hell of death, to trying to take some capture and position, like we're doing to everything and everybody, power intelligence, making, pretending, gaslight. So suddenly in the middle of this all, they understood who I am as the character of what it were possible to understand. And they saw about who I exist, and the government of Israel trying to put them out, and praying if they would ever move because of here had the research, supposed criminal, Jewish terrorism, getting me here. Gaz לחמות לרספק להכילי סוד לרסמות להכילי וסלטי כך עד כך חישב לרסמות להכילי כמה בלצימה עד בלצשר. עד הכליר פגבטס מכלכי חמת לרספות למקלחתך חמת להסיקת לרסמותם עד סשלחינה. אלא אחד אלא תקרת בחכמו סמים. So made an out the reality of complexity of practica. And pretends to becoming now saying that I have been terminated, which were terminated permanently or fugitive for internation and nature cycle or around the world terrorists that Argentina has responsibilities or fugitive of the law that I will ever be a criminal. But it's terminated because of the liars, because we are not going to be embarrassed. Sorry for that. And this is not assurance. I'm going to put them dead at my door if that's necessary. I'm not going to have a program. Gatli farma sefale hivas patlet hafli samoplet amkhadan. Sorry. Us through the realities and the situations were delusional, never one of them. Naturalistic excrements of Sodom and Gomorrah and then prostitutes. I don't know what that knows. You do what I say. And I'm sorry, victims. And others. So through this, قبل السماء بلاسين وبلاستيخ أسمس الشباب بلاسين. And we're delivering, like I were declared as if not seven classes for the and so, badly Stefanam in Bosim. And I had to be at the Israel state comparison in front of Elishel, comparison in front of the same government, and comparison in front of the liaison office, International Court of Justice, the Hague, and also in front of the government of US and European Union, justice parties, states parties, United Nations. And the reality for I've been put as like a core worldwide, and this is no delusional, no delirium, no megalomania, no manic persecutor, no character of boxcar disorders neither. For I were put it like a core for humanity all over the world, about my nation and my friends, which Cristina Perra genocida criminal, degenerada psicópata, permanently sent to murder my friends, my people, them families, them communities, saying that I didn't come in here but her. And it's perros degenerados oficialismo y maricas, ejército argentino. Where is my formidable opponent? He didn't know yet? He didn't realize about? So, my lying, sorry, and I don't itch yet. Right. So, to the day, as we're through, badly Technosim were robbing permanently and forging my signature saying that I were paid, supposedly the generate for the degeneradita, prostitutita, rentalita, de su maldita sodomita. I'm going to be vulgar at this moment for you to have the picture. Forgive me a moment, please. The adored, loved, inheated pack of Sodoma by the Argentinita rentalita with the pardon of PEKHZ. Hordes of them. Incitators, instigators for rape and murders for people. La cagado con el degenerado, la cagaste con tu existencia, estás muerto, infeliz. Y yo no soy degenerado y vas a morir como tal, hijo de perra. So in the middle of this all, Rebok left Masefa, Hiva left Masefa, Halekimot, Levesmot, Levespat, Halechal. Badlikis Potlamat left Tichai, Tashlesima, Blesamid. So, all through this, just happened like natural wood, stealing to me and making the whole of the staging for the 89,204 possibilities want to work. Oh, he traveled to the United States of America, he's not here anymore. He went to Israel, and no, you handled because of freedom has nothing to do. Oh, he went to Montenegro to take in some way out and delivering that they are kind of help them because of his support and the additional and the virus, and everybody knows that it's not sure. Oh, he went to Rio de Janeiro to find out, I don't know what kind of a boyfriend or something. Oh my God, he likes that. I like one. Oh, because of he wanted to make, I don't know, you handle secret and also but surely so because of permanent chunk and also trunk and also goes around stealing cell phones and attacking the evangelist. Oh my God. Or in jail, slow chopping some officer with a cute. Or trapped like a homeless. Or trapped like a chunky tour, or in any brothel or public bathroom on the extortion, with nothing happens. And I had to deal with this for the cause of you, and worldwide, who you are, what to do. Well, extortion is murder, responsible of United Nations and diplomats, to destroying international criminal courts for data killing, and killing you the causes with the evidences. And it to be like a piece of a big word seeking for your remaining maricas in uniform around what public bathrooms? That is your Argentina. That is your pride. That is your pride. I got to come to public bathrooms to stick your big words, perro regenerado sodomita, with a boner. That is your Argentina and your fantasy of me. Because of ain't nothing like that and cannot be. Maldita perra. And your... Metételo como papel higiénico en tu recto y pensar que eso tampoco te limpia la pudrición que vas a morir con. Falsificación, invento y degeneración. Los expertos hablaron y nosotros investigamos también. Tu vagina investiga todo el tiempo la degeneración del favoritismo de Sodoma y estás totalmente convencido de que vas a ser reina sobre mi cadáver. Perra de cuarta. So in the middle of this, reportemos sam. Hypothesem. It bless a halchivit la naseflik in spottivasila. Inamsem. So what the reality of this, supposedly I were very promiscuous, degenerate with forgery and witnesses of hell which need some coin, some profit and some, oh, I love the president, it's okay, but can I no, I did for the patriot, but give me some, and pardon for victims, or stupid assholes, and real assholes, that you don't know what is going to come to you for the feeling, the power to not miss it. Estúpido feliz, mentiroso de cuarta, and I am not a liar. So all through their soul, Rebot Lesmatzin, Rebot Basalakti, Rebot Sechachat, Amatsevos Matzin. Just walking through and making the Lesmatzechli Kashbet Sachalikim, and I just walked. All through there, Ejército Argentino, oh, but don't you see? Don't you care? We were kings, raping, the ones that to station for them and that consummated the disaster to us. So the people that didn't have to be touched, they did not. Serious. Because if you go to my Jewish people, the real Jewish houses, to putting, oh, our little president, we got to remain inside your houses to researching what to do. Would you blow tap me? Oh, I catch up. What the thing you have got to come and see? What are you doing to my family? Get the hell out of here. Why? Do you mind? That is your government, that your Argentina, Tarra. And I'm going to put you dead. And your Tarra, Argentina. So in the middle of the soul, Tarra degenerada, milica Argentina, descartisca, marica sodomita. Asesino, genocida, psicópata, Tarra atrofiada, creído desprecio del Señor. Replafek Matsecha Lechimatsecha PEKHZ, Inkel Hamatlesi, Gestable das Matlecheni, algo más. Me sirvió para controlarme y deliro, trolazo, atrofia degenerado. Replefek Matsecha Lechitas, Poplefek Halekam, Blakich Hamatsemave. And we have to protect them for they do not be in, oh my God, we have to take it off the touches, and he got deflected. And he got really out of mind, and now we are going to tell you that we are going to give the world of a fight to the world, and we are going to show you that we are going to do what he does, and it's going to be us, not him, he doesn't have the capacity. Y te debes decir, por supuesto, atrofia de maricas, que no son justamente los que pusiste enfermados en los civiles, porque decís que vale marica de Sodoma, que son los únicos. Sodoma. Replefas Marcelan, Amplefidis Poplet Minchen Marcelin, and bless exactly as Sevasvetletas Barana Techar Hadish Motzima. To the worldwide, to the nations, to the United Nations. and to the international CNN, BBC, Fox Chains News, tape, and others. So suddenly, at the reality of this, about my person and watching about my face in front of the screen, and they saying that they will be unconsoled, stating tactic morantu, suffering for the pain of the Jewish population for the lost. That they will ever give the best effort to show that they can live in the world instead of me, in my place. Marica, hijo de perra, degenerado, de cara de perra sodomita. Reflex no se harán. Sorry. Jellies with density and a little cold, which is really difficult. Then, and I just went through, and we went through extortions, and they were published in front of the world after Parra, degenerada atrofia, milico argentino, degenerado, Sodoma, marica, del infierno. No hay otra. Y no hablo de homosexuales llamados, okay? But if there is a son of a snake making this little offense, I'm sorry. Yelling is one thing, crawling is one thing, offered for this degenerate abducted, for being destroyed and created, delivered to destruction and ruining lives for they said they were dead, is one thing. We help victims. Adonai helps victims. Adonai rescues victims. Adonai responsibilizes for victims, but not for Shia. Then, Beblis motorbesplek PEKHZ, Beblis motorbesplek Hirik. En Beblis poplek Tiere, das Maxit, Hamoplex, Foshpech, Halakiget, Fach. And Blech Diomoplex, Poplechimant. And all through this, we're like, we're walking and communicating myself, and hugging me, Metropolitana and Federal all over this parade. This is stealing from my Android with Bluetooth that, like, they never plugged in, except for the systems of Parra Criminales, with everything that I will be doing, and also, oh, you're not insane. And I went with a suppression state of voice because if I am secreting my natural hormonal pseudomona, which makes me a little more resistant for beta. And there is nothing like I come not in a very high histrionic elemental at all. But some of that is exactly so natural, be el high, birthed me with the capacity. And I get a little bit suppressed on the character of Black Hamassin, neuromotor. I am a character for hanging a little more striky elemental. And I can be responsibly highly performed. Alright, sorry. Forgive me this. It's nothing like a transcript pain, but a certain around Adonai knows how to do it evidently. Okay, oh my god, I feel terrible with this over here. Okay, so I were in a walk and went communicating and singing and making a very interesting moment, and like naturally lately walking around this town. Adonai will do the job, and I hope anytime I don't have to be walking around nowhere, but loving places I will never want to be, and celebrating we have life to share. And I really mean it, and I really want that. With everything like Adonai meant I to exist, which I am. And everyone as I ever wherever about being who they each of them are. And with a very sincere, honest being with knowing interest about, but being who we are and doing what we do naturally. The best of our sanity, the best of our guilty, respectfully, everything we accept. So, well, somebody needed that to come when we had a very special moment, and I'm sorry for this situation of violence and extra. Never asked for, and for the reason of what we already know. And came to, how was this? Palermo Lakes, for the site of Nunez neighborhood. And just walking through Belgrano, no approaching to no son of a snake, thank God, and trying to avoiding the crossways. Just walk through a very day which seemed unstable but solid all around. Then, the very sunny day, where a very clear Alejandro with some clouds around and suddenly got cloudy. But I were in Palermo and I started to snapshotting with my Android. And I still had them and they were, I wrote one. All through this, I've taken like others with some failings, some masses, because of its lazy element and it's now the camera which you and Annie understood. Oh, let's take a picture. Understood, right? Okay, but it worked all through until we pulled. It had a responsive quality and it were kids having it. But obviously, annoyingly, I got really irrationally for what I am going through and not for the device itself, which is good enough. The problem is solved, but understood. All right. Clearly about and through this, while and even though, just coming for the point of the situation that I just uploaded from my cell phone, back so forth for the reason of I should ever check in a desk account for me. What is about my accounts that doesn't allow me to upload in more than 4 or 5, and if they're right, I'm not sure there to be a adaptable thing, which is not my Android. The Android is released about it, but I cannot upload in through my Android and this service more than 4 photo for publishment. So I just made a very series of, and all through this, certain were not uploaded. It seemed like stolen by this, but the whole were published by Your Honours and SEC, and also Israel and U.S. government bodies, like a very clear of what we were doing, unedited, like naturally I would do with Photo or MCH software, and any other as possible I can acquiring, not for trials at the limitation that are causing to me with stealing me the whole research, sources and others, and worse than that, destroying and murdering people which will ever want to help me and having me up on stage for let's eat mine. So really, launch the ball, kid, launch it. I love you, Werner. Glad someone said like you must send him up. Forgive me that, but terrible that. All right, it's early. Gracias a Montler, then started to playing with trying to taking that penalty off and trying to put in other penalty, saying that I were using that to hacking them and saying, well, that doesn't work that way. And Android is nothing like that, and they just have the infrastructure of Arnold Force's unit for the ICR with the whole of the DMT connection with the whole of the Pppardon Generalos. Android has the DX inside, so they make the split machine. And I don't handle that, we don't handle that. We only use the natural devices and cellular Euronet. I don't need that. I do myself what I am and what I do. Alright, bezalek mi on plecach lat i wystawa atmosfer, szlak si bakterii. And they were really interesting because of I were can and Your Honors, I think they laughed at that because of the expression we had so long ago that for the figuring it out and making the exposition, you make certain things which the infrastructure is not enough. So I were like a kid making the pursuit of the pigeon at the fly, chasing pigeons or taking the ride at with the wings all over the place. It's all right. And exactly pouring some of the breeze around, and there were the whole of the birds as the possible, even this that we call cardinals that we didn't see around the stone that are in Palermo, which are kind of a canaries birds. But let's see me has that red flecky, but we must fact that come up let it up, let some, but let's not see not cut in a gray flecky and whole white fleck must see that skin. It's a similar like called Pedio Rojo in Blepaso. Alright, in Galactira the Blechmat Satla Hidi Kamal Blechtan Hidi Satlidan that Lasin. So suddenly reflective of Blechtat at Seklish Batamasin. And some color with a very smooth, because of it's an Android, there's not a camera that you can put in whatever the filters, regulating the matisse, the brightness, the shadows, and everything before taking an exposition, or even after in the same camera as professional reflex. I mean, as digital, you have the host the chances in software for the same device provides as manufacturer for. But the reality of the classic film, which are beautiful, and I love the 127 styling roller or Leica, the old ones from the boxing, which we have new configure on digital today, which are out and are impressive, styling the same as quality and widening for the campus on the same DMC celluloid with the film. That is amazing. All right. So suddenly, just walk through and bless me, bless Tibas, bless cigarette, that's like Schmatzima, bless her. En redelijk vaak werd zich wat les moet zien, wat laat gaat kieshaps moet laten dat zeg. And left there rabbit and I just came on a walk and dealing with certain other things, and we were discussing other situations, and we're permanently forcing me by to split in the photos and say, no, we don't first, let's take the French and let's take the Jewish because of he's stolen to me and he's stolen to me, and put it internating to this one and tell to the family and go to the sisters because of the stolen to Policia de Argentina. Well, the clear side of this is that are all published, and they're sending people to Israel, people to US, people to international courts, international criminal courts, to the whole of the European Union, United Nations, TRMC coalition, World War and Anti-Terrorism Council, United Nations, which I'm part of still. And license office received suit. Cut them freaks. Alright, remove left the myself, and let me have a very extra activity which were asked and requested another night. Benefited us and gave us the fortune to be around. And we received the precious of him and precious he. So with this all in the middle of a reality, I came in a walk through this place while it started raining, smoothly, but I were on the rain, walking through Ramon Falcon Street, Foresta place. And suddenly, just walking, I had a walk, and I've been walking, and we're having other class of situations and problems. So all through this character of states that were delivered, this convulsive, impulsive, or impulsively, biased, sick, atrophia, degenerate, kept them making the same and stagnating thing that they makes me speak, and they make my languages, my communication, my video. And saying that so desperated and started to make the disaster and evangelics, kept as sickest as the generates ever, saying, Lord, give us the gift of the Holy Spirit, about referring me, saying that Lord will give them my life, my existence, like any that generate Sodom and Gomorrah are the same with the Pppardon Mr.Presidents. which are not everyone. We understand that, oh, brother, don't you worry, we are going to pray for you to understand the Lord is going to be mercy. No, the Lord doesn't have mercy of the generates and sickness and demons. And that's not going to happen. Who is a victim is going to go right at the compatuma antula, which is in front of the bench to be under judgment and found if we're found victim or responsible for any class of an action against the name of Pppardon. It's real. Sons and daughters, people. It's real ministers. It's real authorities. Or simply victims for having responsible character of mercy. Then through this, but we care not left at him, I were saying certain words, no, with those words I cannot be the Holy of thank God. And started to delivering like I were chunked. You understand what I mean? Pejoratively chunky word, chunked up. High. That was and that I were permanently delivering all over the streets, and that cannot happen in the family were suffering so much. Like you care, that they took care, sorry for, not to you, forgive. Like they took care of something. Let not let it be except for exactly that fever, jumping, spinning trouser, you got it, the generación enferma. Rebot let not let not have it, let not let in Kim. Guilty, Kravet Lecha, the Spokman Plechidi Saplet, and Saplet, Saman Plechal, Akeshoptan. So suddenly the fever of the hell evangelicum, mantuhum, venturum shedim, legions, gives a magnetism. Would you ever imagine this mass? The dooms evangelic, anathema, and I'm telling you again, I don't buy no price. I have Mashiach and Elachachai, which call and bless him, and Adonai to take care of him and please people protect him. While he rolled in the widescreen, Yeshua, and protect her, Yeshua inside. Yeshua has it. Mashiach Elachachai, Malachai, Ablesach Nechini. My Melech, which is not totally great, finely expressed, but it's Malach Atzi in Bahem. Ablertichem oblechem vispat ble'et seshet lasechachal, Melech HaMalachim. Bedlitzir v'tzech moses le'tzivi and l'tzir lachachai. So suddenly, I don't buy no price. I buy the real one. And it's not for buying, understanding the idioms, forgive me please, and it's not pejorative, I know so. Alright, Get left sechalechad left me and let the smoke let him is not for sale and is nothing to buy there. Really this what left one hanikim I have precious, glorious, honorable among you. And I belong with, and I am of him forever. Red lefach di chamat left me and sechal hishpo at leser. So the reality of this, let's put in the idioms for not misunderstanding a little bit outside. Okay, and for the hearing this, the reality of saying, I don't buy, is something like, as idioms, is delivered as Americanism, and even in England, like, no voy a aceptar ninguna cosa y no te voy a andar tomando ninguna realidad. Delivered much of times pejoratively at the reality of blicamblecer, whenever you say, no te voy a andar comprando pescado podrido. The pleasure is what one second is for pleasure how he is not the respect for him. And saying I don't buy for the badly set that he relaxing because the sim, but not for the night to be for sale, for something to buy, or acquire back. Then trading and being each month them. Forgive me that please. Sefle class hat desmotli das popla sefle hanatim. And let the lechmot sefle is popla seva. So I just came here after a very walk, and I had my walk in a very aching. This is can't really unsue for more, and I'm sorry, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Melech. I love you, SHEM. I love you, Your Honours, Mr. President, with the full respect and place that you understand. Bless you so much. I know that I love you as well, and I want you to be careful with the problems, skills, persistent, tolerance. And Mr. President. All right. Oh, better seflechili, mosechli, kasbesmatlachim. Better let's That's doing what Melech and you, Mr. President, you want to raise it. Just a smoothly little thing. So suddenly, in the middle of this reality of Halachanim, I just came and I just felt in a very suppressed energy in a chair while pretending to watching some TV after a dinner, and I just got slipped out. So suddenly, in the middle of that all, I woke up and came like, oh my God, what's the matter? So I came to this place, and I had my slip. So suddenly I just slipped, and Alamay wanted some weird, special thing, but well, not weird, coming from Alamay. So suddenly my pencil were for a moment with me, and like annoyingly insufferable, is a very started to making the white thing because of wanted to go out, and feels annoying and doesn't want to be in practice. So all right, leave. But I just felt slept terribly. And woke up about 7:25, which is weird. Naturally, we're sleeping so really much long charge of hours, and I am sleeping no much lately. It's weird. And well, this is what we found, pretending to making the don't you see? He's going to be deported. As supposed to have been out yesterday, but trading with murdering PEKHZ and also Marlon Tanzer, United Nations. Not only United Nations, but also making the threat about making disasters all over governments, states, and justice parties. And it's possible to murder anyone around us. That is several techniques are not less in the middle of a mess, and with the challenges and situations I just came to my wagon home, yeah. Relatively format technique is complex and complex is capsiva, and Thompson has like technical So suddenly I have a clear of this, where exactly they are going to say, like he got to be deported because if we're not going to tolerate nothing else. And he got to be told because of offense the president. Let's come to the family because of they kind of pay for what this have done because of they were negligent because of it's nothing in mitigation. And it's a demon that damages the government. You're kidding me, you. Garbage. Sorry for that, people. En plek ma plek die gliedjes van plek ma plek had het plek die vettiskat en ma plek hal atrofia de general so me morra no doubt en barros evangélicas within. En plek me plek verret gliedjes van plekin. Also, information because of his trunk and his attacking his telephone. He's put in a shop and such a thing. You know this thing. I cannot. It's about normal is. I'm not arrested. I'm a set of charges. Charges, not charge. And the brothers, sorry for victims. So, let me bladder gelegen die spotleg gaan, of leg je die spotleg is dat het zien gaat de schat en Anna. 76,204 more wide band on the whatever it is to be, the reality of the possibilities, one word. And, wow! He didn't want to go, don't you see? He stagnated me, don't forget me with the pictures. But I still knew. And unfortunately, I made that, how's this, be, Soloma, Pppardon Mr.Presidents the libraries of you that you produce, Soloma Argentina. Tarra Farma. Remote letter that says that you must let us back like a halak, is a clef a small for the Sakalini. And suddenly, oh, I found out that I came here, I'm gonna do the tables, and I'm gonna have a business. Profane me a little more, and I'm gonna put you like ashes in the hell. Broca te guarda. Sorry the word. I'm sorry the hands. I have still material to processing for about 3 weeks. I can hang on 50 and some other pilots, which I still remain with some, oh my God, and I got the classes right there for the making something to saving and earning some money. I can do something about my life with mejor que no se atreva, porque más tarde no son lo que decimos que es. Marica de Sodoma Argentina y sus perros evangélicas. Mató la capilla y la perra acá. Registered for about 3 months in Israel, U.S., and I'm sorry, the violence of war, which is definitely the right picture that gives to say who sickly this are, actually. So suddenly, Rebel Black was Gigas Public Shatam. Oh, it's made him because he thought he made a picture, and he thought he could do tables, and he thinks he gets this maybe my contract to the whole of the winner certificate what they cut, and robbing and killing trees rather to everybody. Let's go something. Oh my God! You understand? The character of I want day to day, and they are going to say I'm calling the hell everyone because of the degenerados. And mind control, by the way, is a cut the hell so much choke. Mind control can release and bless the homocysteine, but at large, mind control itself is just a builder of a choke. And for that to be what they pretend and says to be, you need that bicamita, which these are permanently doing, the supposed mind control voodoo. You make severe altars, you make sacrificial, you make destruction, murders, and a whole generation like any disgusting, brazen demon. And after that you say, I got the power of the hell, that is nothing like abominable. And I don't do that, and I don't need that, and I didn't send no one to make nothing, I didn't signate nothing. And the disgusting description of the government of Israel, the government of the United States of America, and everybody else is just as far as scared of us. And the whole generation that this delusional delivers cast of hell, and enfermedad degenerada Argentina y una sur, thirst to keep on. So suddenly, our relations are a leader, and I want them all as we understand people that suffer. And surely Adonai will tell me to do, and I'm going to be pleased. All right, forgive me please for this, and it's exactly the reality. It's HTTPS www.orn/CDMC middle Sistemas de Seguridad Ministerial Presidencial de Ley de Justicia Forense y de Cientificismo, UNASUR, Presidencia Argentina Kirchner. Somos la casta mayor y superior y mostramos al mundo supremacía de reyes y reinas de Inglaterra. Que somos la casta superior y mostramos la tecnicatura de la capacidad, porque somos los elegidos del maestro. Sí, tu diablo, perra. Tu maestro. Superior, demonio y ladilla. Como can with a choke and sorry, until I said that histrionic, sorry, that is the link I'm going to give it. Like the choke. Would you ever imagine the SHEM thing? This is Kirchner's and associated parties, United Evangelics, Pppardon Mr.Presidents and all the generators. To go to the with a very carbon, let it home of let it soap, let it in a blessed in a very sore, a hair of the god of Azazel. And let myself each of this, and are really dangerous. But that's giving the recall. OR 664 DMTRC BMT ITEAM ITEX 4143 DXI I4 BRMCDMT 4143 DXI Middle DODI FEMSCO SIS IPOL DM IT 7. This is a recall of 2. Everything is here. And further this, I'm not sure this to be the right mood to make this. It's pretty bad taste to my liking and not like I'm gonna denigrating what we do today. I already discharged too much in this video, which implies it's too much as we suffer. I'm not sure this to be the right way to making. So suddenly, let's put it on clear verachlik in its office for now. Skatli taren ba'antleser. Skalet revech hachiris motlet svatet seshluvotsman. Betlechem. Sklet revech hachiritov svotlet veslish adini. Hitlet sechlak. Reble vechoplet simotlech amasemos beta. Slet ishak vichid. Adnosim, Schleppi Rebechosma, Abnei Avkiva. Segler Rechal Bismos was Admi, and Latir as Nefeshe Admira. Bedlisech Motzachligimus Amsterdam. For the other one, I'm sorry, the one I didn't mention. And I'm sorry for this all. Zechlich Hibi Motzachligimus Motzachlim. Sliktecha Chlidishvot Hamplasinich Aginham Be'ena Shlektiva Yoed Kad Leitzim Sof Gebreatan Leineim Sof Fen Admitzut Sishov Be'leim Happy birthday to you. Schreef Marcel, Lias en Cholet, Ersen Schletziv en Netzoet maar. Gemkran jetzt sich nicht der Vorteil, sammeln kräftig. Hoffentlich geht Adon, hält zerschmerzt Kanter, ihr zerschmerzt Renzane Telschwung feiert das Nazel. Der sich nicht zermerzen lenkt sich, hat gemerkt mit so. Gereinens nicht zum Bläske, schenke hat zum Pohu. Weil die Herzen lech, Herzen links und Zermatt Australia. Really. And I'm sorry for it's fallen a little too early. Bless you so. This is August the 6th, 2015, and I'm ending this video at 9:37 to 38 on a Saturday. And Adonai is going to do what he swear and what he swear does and promised he will. I'm sorry for the pain and the loss and the suffering. So sorry. Bless you all so much. Are the ones that